Here.
Difference in size. But they both pack a mighty punch.
Let's fucking go! I'm in it just to...
Oh, hello everybody, and welcome back to another BDE podcast. My name is Stephen Hawley, and I'm here in the studio with my main man. He's been to Mushroom Mountain once or twice, but who's counting? That is Shelton Walker. Shelton, my friend.
What is going on, big dog? Steven, I'm doing good, man. I felt better, all right?
Yeah,
but
you sound a little under the weather there, brother. You struggling?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm running on fumes here, but
That's okay.
We got to crank these things out. We can't miss it. We haven't missed a week yet. We're like on week 14.
We got to put that out for the family. We told them we'd do it. We got to do it.
Listen, we got to get it going. Before we get started, really quick, I have a little quick recap of this past weekend. All right, here's my 4 little punchliners from this weekend. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Tom doesn't look a day past 22. Okay.
Yeah.
Rogers looks like he's casting for a reboot for Castaway. Okay.
Ooh, my gosh, you would think with the new hot girlfriend of his that he would have like maybe trimmed it up a little bit, not grown it out and gone completely homeless.
Matt Stat, he's been baptized. He's been reborn. he's back, baby.
A new man.
He's a new man. And Trevor Lawrence has good hair, because that's all we can really say about those guys.
That's all we got for Trevor Lawrence. Trevor, you better keep that hair as long as possible, brother, because the offense does not look well. We'll leave it at that.
It's unfortunate, man. The hype, the colors look good. The team looked good. It looked like they should be out there, but just when they started actually playing the game, it just was not what we wanted, not what we expected. Not a week one hypeness.
It looked like a lot of some of the misdirection they were trying to do just seemed it was more misdirectional to us than it was to the defense. And
to them.
Like, we were more confused by what we were doing than it was them. I mean, we had multiple illegal formation penalties. We had multiple illegal substitution penalties. We had some false starts. We had holding. Anything that could or possibly have happened in the huddle or after the huddle prior to the snap did go wrong. Yes,
it was rough. But we're not going to talk too much about that today. There wasn't really a lot to talk about besides it was just same old, new year, same story.
Football.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hopefully, look, week one
still the same outcome.
Yeah, just some new numbers in the jerseys. Look, that was new this week. I forgot about that. I mean, obviously with preseason, but a lot of these guys change numbers. They're allowed to have whatever they want now. There's no like, hey, if you're a wide receiver, you have to have 88. So it's kind of weird and cool to see, wide receivers be number 2, kind of like in college. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm like 50-50 on it. You know what I mean? Because you'll see a guy go out for a pass. Like, is he supposed to be out there? Right? Is he in the wrong position?
Maybe that's what happened with the referees. They saw numbers flying by him, and they were like, that guy's not supposed to be down here. That's got to be
illegal man downfield.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just chalk it up to that. We'll go with that for now.
We'll go with that. Some BDE moments. We haven't had one of these in a little bit. We've been going flying by the seat of our pants. We had a crazy one this past weekend. All right.
This is a good one. I'm impressed by this.
This one was a cool one. This wasn't an individual, and I think this is our first. It may not be. I don't even know anymore. I'm all over the place. I got NyQuil brain going. All right, this doesn't count. All right, if I'm wrong on this, but our first team BDE moment. This isn't our first team BDE moment because we gave the Savannah Bananas. I'm good. I've still got
it. That's true.
Blue Jays.
It's still there.
The Blue Jays outscored 14 NFL teams yesterday. They scored 22 runs yesterday on Sunday, which is more than 14 NFL teams, which is
unbelievable, including our hometown Jaguars.
And they were in there, and my Falcons were in there, and the Packers, who's only scored 3. There's a lot of big teams in there which was crazy, absolutely crazy.
Unbelievable. Congrats to them. Look, I know they've got Vladdy out there, but for the most part, there's not a lot of superstars on that team. They're just not.
Hey, look, the Blue Jays. Hey, don't sleep on the Blue Jays, big dog. They coming for some juice. Let me check really quick what the standings are, but I'm pretty sure. They're in second. They're 9 games back, but they're in the run for the wild card right now. They are leading the wild card actually by half a game. So they ain't no slouch. They ain't no slouch.
Well, look, 22 runs in one game will definitely prove that point, to say the absolute least.
Absolutely. Listen, this next one is my favorite. This is an LDE moment, and I feel like we almost jinx these people because have you noticed there's a trend here when we have a BDE moment or we highlight somebody, it's a short.
It doesn't take long.
The mountain, look, the tip of the mountain is that on the other side of that is a long way down, my guy. Okay,
slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope, and it seems to be that the people that we talk about, it's almost like the commentator curse. You heard about that, right? Like you see that all the time in the NFL. Like, this guy hasn't missed a kick in 3 years.
Did to those poor people's knees.
You're correct. This guy hasn't missed
shattered people's dreams and hopes and legs for years after years. It kept making the video game like he had no qualms. Not a single second lost by one John Madden. I mean, but just a leg of shattering.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Really.
And our BDE, I feel like it's becoming a thing. And I don't know if we should be proud about it or upset. I don't know. But
I'm going to be a little bit more delicate handing it out at this point. I mean, we've got futures to look out for, Shelton. We can't just keep doing this to people.
Last week, we didn't give one out last week. But I would, if we had to pick one, we didn't necessarily label it. But I think our hype and our excitement, in my spiel about the FSU Seminoles and how great they played against Notre Dame, I think you could argue was a BDE moment, right?
Sure.
You had the quarterback, the backup come in. It was a BDE moment, nonetheless. The Bobby Bowden, it was a BDE moment, and then they go and lose to Jacksonville State.
Yes, unbelievable.
To Jacksonville State in a Hail Mary. They were a 22.5-point favorite, and they lost to a Hail Mary. If that isn't LDE, I don't know what is.
And that's been the bane of their existence since the beginning of the year, like all of 2 games now. But I mean, if you remember back, I mean, they had Notre Dame at 3rd and 22, and they somehow get 25 yards, and then they had them at 3rd down twice after that. And both times, they put one in the breadbasket in the end zone, and then the other one they went a one-on-one ball. And then what happens? Jacksonville State, which the game should have never been that close, but my goodness, they throw up a one-on-one ball. And we wouldn't have tackled that guy if it was flag football. Like nobody put a hand on him. Like unless Osceola with a spear and a horse comes flying off the sidelines, that guy was going to score no matter what. It's unbelievable.
It's not your week, buddy.
It was not. It kind of goes into parlay of some of the other things that we talked about on the scoreboard.
We mentioned we brought this up in our past episode, which we live streamed on Facebook. Hasn't made it to the tube yet, but it will. We scratched our scoreboard. We started over, and we decided to do Bet'em Pick'ems, where we pick games. Yes. We use the score is we use take or leave the points. Right, that is part of it. I'll go over mine first, Holly. I don't mind. I'll take one for the team.
You'll take the lead on that?
Yeah, I'll take the lead on this. So we're gonna take points. We're gonna pick our own 3 separate games. He's gonna pick his 3 separate. We're gonna just add our points. We either go 3-0, 2-1, 0-3, whatever may happen. I picked the Dallas Cowboys over the Tampa Bay Bucks. I had 8.5 points. They lost by 2.
Which they did.
I'll take my point for that.
That's a W.
This to me was the craziest one. Ohio State was favored by 14.5. I said, give me the Ducks.
You did.
At Buckeyes, give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks. And then I didn't even need the 14. Give me my second point. I'm up 2-0. And then I went with the homer pick, took Western Kentucky. I got +7 against Army. They had a tear of a comeback to lose by 3. I had never cheered for a team to lose by 3 before in my entire life. Absolutely incredible. That gave me 3 points. Feels pretty good.
That's 3.
Starting off 3-0.
I've got to come with the thunder.
You've got to follow up with that, please, Holly. Inform us because I missed your games. I didn't even communicate to you how you were performing because I forgot who you chose.
I'm pretty sure I had a text message here or there.
I might have slipped
a few jabs throughout the day when something.
I was kind of under the weather, so I didn't want to be too mean.
I love the term under the weather. You sound like you're 80 years old. Like, oh, I'm a little under the weather today. Oh,
I sound like Aaron Rodgers looks.
Yes, he is extremely under the weather. That being said, I took NC State after their strong performance against USF.
Strong
we'll
performance.
Talk about them here just. Yeah, well, I mean, they look good against USF.
Sure. Good pick.
Mistaken. But I said it last week. I made the mistake of picking against Mike Leach. The guy is a magician, and he is one of the funniest coaches in football. I took NC State over Mississippi State. Mississippi State won
with
outright.
Points. By the way, he took with the points. Real quick, guys. He took all the favorites. I took all the underdogs. And I'm 3-0.
Now, keep in mind, I did take 2 away teams. So I also had Pitt over Tennessee,
which was crazy. That was a good game. Good
Yeah,
game.
that was a great game. That was a great
Fun
game.
game.
And
Fun game.
Pitt did go into Knoxville and get the W, but look, that was a great game to watch. And then lastly, the Battle of the Corn Shit State.
That was a
the
good game
most
too.
unexciting rivalry game in the history of football. Iowa
That
versus
part is
Iowa State.
true.
It was a good game. It was
a fun
somewhat
game.
interesting. Yeah,
Or-
Iowa State just
in
as
the
always
beginning.
reminded me of McDonald's University. Their colors are identical. It's hilarious. But Ames, Iowa is quite the metropolitan area. In case anybody's looking for some travel to the Midwest, Ames, Iowa is where you want to go. But no, so that would put me at 1-2. So Shelton, you, my friend, are the winner.
Feels pretty
of
good.
Week 1 college football scoreboard.
We again, to remind everybody, we have a 2.5-foot trophy that's going to be coming.
Yes.
We're going to put plaques on it for our win. We're
Now,
going
what
to
we haven't
December
talked
1st.
about is what the loser's going to do.
Oh, that's right.
Are we going chicken outfit? We have to talk about what
Yeah,
the loser
okay,
is
so the
gonna do
loser,
here. There's
that's
gotta be
right,
some
we do.
skill again.
The loser has to, for 2 episodes, wear an embarrassing or some kind of, unorthodox costume uniform for
So
2
chicken
episodes.
soup, we can go unicorn, we can do
Whatever the winner
whatever
decides.
the winner wins. Yeah, absolutely.
It could be a Gator
Chicken soup
jersey for one of
uniform,
them.
just good.
Who knows?
That's not even healthy. That's not
knows?
healthy.
Could be your
gosh.
birthday soup. I don't know.
It-
Right now I'm 3-0. I'm feeling pretty good. Could be
I
anything.
got all the power. I have the power.
Could be anything. Look, I could be getting ahead of myself. I might want to be quiet. But listen, Holly, I told you I had a little surprise for you. You know, I always give you some good prizes. I think I've done, to be fair, I've given you some pretty cool surprises. The first one was the champagne, right? The squirt
Yes,
in the
that
mouth.
was true. That was a good one.
I haven't got any cool ones yet. I'm still waiting, but I've done a great job of giving you cool presents on the cast.
Okay.
I do want to make
you caught
that.
me off guard multiple times. I'll give you that.
And look, to me, that's a W. This one's just going to be an audio clip. I just want us to hear it and kind of just give our take on it, on what we feel. Okay.
Okay.
Just go ahead and get it pulled up for us really quick here. Just give me a second.
You would think if you had this
in the
plan.
running game give overall shape to the way this played out, Jameis?
Well, I just think we were prepared. One thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
How did the defense in the running game?
Make sure you're prepared.
Listen,
You look prepared to me.
as much as look, I kind of wanted to show it as a joke and to jab at you a little bit, and as much as I want to just rip this guy a new one, I can take an L when I can take an L. There's a point. Okay, 2 things. One, I think the guy's trolling at this point. I think the guy's smarter than what he likes to play out. I think he likes to play with the media. I really do at this point. There's no way this guy's in the NFL and is that dumb. I think he's playing. I think he's trolling us. So congratulations, Jameis.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to win any type of athletic prowess or bodybuilding contest. He was the LDE. Thank you. He was the LDE moment because he couldn't run through a stupid drill. I mean, the guy is not a physical specimen. So I mean, he's got a strong arm. But
he balled out. He looked now. Did he? Okay, say ball out. He threw 5 touchdowns. He didn't throw that much. The Packers could have just looked that bad, but I was happy. I was happy for the guy. All right, as much as I hate the guy, just don't want him to do well. I'm gonna let him. He's got a W. I'm gonna let him have his W for this week. He did a good job.
It could be a completely different story. If there's anything I know about Jameis, is next week there could be a whole new news story about.
And we
him
might be
saying
back
or
at this
grabbing
again.
Something. Yeah, grabbing something on him or somebody else for that matter. There could be some type of a food-related incident. It could be sodas. It could be seafood. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities for him to completely screw this up.
Absolutely.
But that being said, at least we'll let him bask in his glory of
I'll let him have
coming out
it.
here
I'll
and having a
let
great
you have
day.
it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ollie.
It helps offset
done.
my LDE moment of the week. My gosh.
That is very true. I respect you for wearing the hat still.